Okay, here we go. So let's have a look at dollar. Bang, let's get up the old drawing tools. We've got the dollar here. Okay. Aussie dollar on the daily, Euro dollar on the daily, cable on the daily, dollar Swiss on the daily, Kiwi dollar on the daily, dollar CAD, dollar yen. Okay. And dollar index. As always, let's start with dollar index. What's the scores on the doors? Let's pull her up. Okay, weekly chart. As I said, we'd had this run, this coil. We blew out to 100. Okay, we printed, that's a rejection candle there. Very nice three-bar reversal off the big round number of 100. No real surprise there that we got there. I said last week that it was going to be like a magnet and draw us up. But when we go down to it, you look at that daily chart. That is, you've hit 100. You've hit the daily 200. You've printed, a false breakout. Okay, that is a rejection candle that becomes an evening star. This is the sort of thing you're looking for. Confluence of events when there's two, three, four things all coming together in one time and place. That's what you're particularly looking for. Now, as I said, the 4 hour chart has been a bit dull there this week, hasn't it? Really, I mean, sold off really nicely. This week has just basically been a little bit sideways, and as I said, part of that is basically sort of a hangover from people working out, well, is a US China trade deal, is that going to be dollar positive or dollar bearish? US government shutdown, if they come back in, is that going to be dollar bullish, dollar bearish, etc. Also just the fact that we've got, as I said, some news coming out. Okay, we've got some earnings this week. In terms of, there's a lot of quantity of earnings, but in terms of the big names, there's not, I would suggest, many of them big names, okay, out this week. But nonetheless, it all feeds into sentiment, doesn't it? And so you can see that really dollar's gone a bit sideways there, okay, this week. We're waiting for something to be a catalyst that will basically shove it in the in a new direction, whatever that direction might well be. Certainly, what we've seen with the others, as I was saying, at Aussie dollar we had Aussie weakness, but then now with the last couple of days, a bit of Aussie strength. Kiwi weakness, and I'd say a little bit of a bump there. Dollar strength, but then basically a bit of Canadian strength. Euro weakness, and then a little bit of dollar weakness. You've had, of course, sterling weakness, a little bit of a bump there, okay, but we'll look at that more in a minute. Dollar strength, Swiss franc strength, okay, once again, that kind of nice sort of evening star, okay, evening star, morning star, morning star, okay. Nice morning star there, okay. So this is what we're seeing. A dollar yen is kind of marching to the beat of its own drum, but that's not really a big surprise there on that, okay. So as I said, we can see that the dollar index is going sideways, and we just need something to be a catalyst to give us a oomph for move in the right direction.